Welcome to Apache Kafka mini series episode 3. In this episode, we will learn how we can install GUI for Kafka on Windows. So to download the tool, you need to go to this link. I'll paste this link in the description. Okay. Once you follow this URL, you'll see various versions and for various platforms. This tool is available. So based on your machines, kind of a machine that you're using, just download the setup. So I'm using Windows 64-bit. So click on the download button. I'll be running this setup. It's very easy to install, and again, it's a very useful tool when you're working with Kafka. So now the tool is installed. Now we'll see that okay, whatever broker or zookeeper that we are creating, if it is recognizing that or not. So now my tool is installed. Now I need to visualize my Kafka clusters. So to that, first I need to start my cluster. So how we can start our Kafka cluster that I explained you in my previous video. So just go to bin Windows. First you need to start the Zookeeper server, and then you need to start the main Kafka broker. Okay, so config. Okay, so now I have started my Zookeeper server. It is up and running. Okay, now I need to start my uh basically the broker. Okay, so bin dot windows, and then okay, config, and then server properties. Okay, so now my Kafka server is also up and running. Okay, so first we'll check if the topic is created or not, right? Okay, so now I'll create a one topic which will be Kafka demo GUI. Okay, okay, and I'll create with the one partition and one replication factor. If I enter, then I can see the topic is created. Now I will see all these details, like how many topics I have in my cluster and everything, right? I want to see that using the GUI which I have just installed, right? So if I go to Offset Explorer, I need to pass my Zookeeper server address to this tool, and it will automatically identify that okay, what are the brokers that it has and everything. Okay, so by default, again, it is taking 2181 as my Zookeeper port, and I have maintained it. I have not changed it. So first I'll test whether it is able to connect to the server. Okay, yeah, it is, connection is successful. And then you can see I have a demo cluster here. If I click on the demo cluster, yeah, it is up and running. And now I can see okay, how many brokers are there. Okay, so 9092 I have a broker. And now if I go to the topics, I can see I have a 3 different topics available here. So if I go to consumers, I can see if I write any consumer application, right, then I can also see the consumer there. Even if you further go to the topics, you can see how many partitions you have. You can further click on the partitions. You can see what is the data that I have in this particular partitions, how many replicas we have, whether the replicas in sync or not. Okay, if you go to properties, you can have a latest details about the offset, how many records have been read, how many records is still pending in the queue, all those things. All right, so yeah, this was a very handy tutorial how to install a GUI for Kafka. Thank you very much. In the next series, we will set up a 3 node cluster on the Windows, and then using this particular offset explorer, we will see whether multiple brokers are getting assigned or not, and then we will try to send some data to the cluster, and we will see that to which particular broker the data is going. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Bye.